Hey, this is Anthony Meisner with Land Title. This is your first to know update for our greater metro Denver in March. And you can see here things are trending in the right direction. We're quite a bit up from where we were this time last year. This is a really healthy market in Denver Metro. 6% increase in our average sales price and a 4% increase in our median sales price for detached single family. If we go over to condo, same thing, trending fairly similar in line with where we were last year at 470,000, medians up 2% at 416,000. So that all being said, this looks pretty good. Now, if we look at our average sales price per square foot, this is a good second gauge, right? So we talked about 6% up in average, 6% up in our average price per square foot. Trends right in line with that. So you can see that things are getting a little more expensive. People are still moving to the metro area, and there's still a lot of demand there. The condo market is actually outperforming what we saw on the average and the median. So this is also showing some robustness to that part of the market. Now, the most important things, what everyone would tune in for this for, is what's happening with our buyers and sellers. And as you can see here, the supply of inventory is very similar to where it was this time last year. It didn't get there the same, but we do have 5,500 units on the market right now. New listings coming to market were 4,700. We're down about 4% from this time last year, but they did come out of the gate a little bit faster. So sellers seem to have a little bit better appetite this year than what they had last year. Buyers are still clipping along as well, just not incredible. Now, you can see the pending numbers. Pendings really jumped from February to March, 28%. So that's a good sign that maybe people are getting off of the sidelines a little bit. Not even 40 more, like 30 more homes. It was 3% change. So we're right in line with where we were last year, but I would expect a little more optimism and a little bit more buyers going into the under contract range. Now our supply of inventory is 1.6 months. It's super tight. It's super constrained. It shouldn't look like what we saw last year, right? Inventory just went up and up and up over the end of the last 2 years. Those were transitioning markets down, and now we should be in a transitioning or flattening market. So things should stay fairly similar. They're not going to look like 2020. They're not going to look like 21, but we should at least see a reasonable amount of inventory on the market without a huge surge in inventory at the latter half of the year. So 1.6 months supply really tells us we're in a seller's market. So buyers beware a little bit, but at the same time, get in before that inventory really falls off as interest rates drop. Now, market activity, I think this is important because as you can see over the last 3 months, things tend to trend down. So the pace of the market is picking up. Buyers are entering the marketplace. Homes are going under contract faster. It's down 17% from February to March. Expect something similar again from, into April, May, and June, where it's going to hit its bottom and it's going to be its fastest point, which we usually see somewhere in the 20s. The percentage close of the list price, this is showing 99.8%, right in line with where we were last year. It's still just as competitive of a market. People are definitely getting into multiple offer situations in that spring buying season. So you can see it here, but it's nothing like what it was in the past. So hopefully this can help set some of those expectations. One of the new things that we've added to our data for the beginning of the month is showing traffic. So showing traffic is a good preliminary what's happening in the future, right? Because you have to go on a showing before you put something under contract. And since all the other data is based off of either under contract or sold data, this really gives us some insight into what might be coming. And what we're seeing a lot of similar behavior to this time last year. So because cost of money is high, buyers really can't go to market faster than they were before because it really has to be a necessity. As interest rates start to drop, you'll really start to see some of the showing traffic pick up. But hopefully this can help you gauge whether or not you're getting the right number of showings. Now, we do this for some of our other submarkets too. So if you want to see more showing data or you want to see any of the other information for other markets, feel free to reach out to us. This is Anthony at Land Title, and I hope to catch you next time.